right, everyone, welcome to Chart Attack. This is Vishal from Equity Guru. And in today's video, we're going to look at three popular assets: gold, silver, and we'll also take a look at Bitcoin. And we're going to talk about whether we are now seeing a bottom here in all of three of these assets. And I think the first chart, I have the gold chart here, I know, but I think the first chart that I should bring up is, of course, the dollar, or as some people call it sometimes, the king dollar. And the dollar's been in a nice uptrend in 2022. We did hit highs of about 105 on the Dixie, or the dollar index here, DXY. And we've been watching this 102.50 support zone, and we did break below it on the 23rd of May. Saw a brief move down, saw that pullback candle, and we are seeing sellers step in here at that 102.550. So this typical breakdown price action, you get that break, you get that retest, and we expect sellers to jump in and bring the dollar a bit lower. But of course, always a chance of a fake out, which can take us back above 102.50 and the dollar resumes its uptrend. But let's say for now, with what we're working with, we are expecting a move lower on the dollar. And if that occurs, then I think we are going to see a nice little bounce here in gold, silver, and in Bitcoin here. And on gold, we are back above 1850. We closed above that on the 24th of May. The candle on the 25th sort of scared people, big red candle. However, you can see that we did not close as an engulfing candle. Traditionally, that's what it's called, with a huge red body. Instead, the buyers came in and we got a close back above 1850, which I think is very, very crucial. And you can even see on the day I'm recording, on the 26th, the buyers are also stepping in, pushing that price of gold back above 1850 here. So a very, very crucial zone. And I think if that dollar is going to continue to drop, you're going to be seeing a move here higher in gold, back up to the 1900 to 1910 resistance zone. And you can see here, that's a very, very big resistance zone, right? A flip zone, as we like to call it, being resistance and support multiple times. So keep an eye out on that zone. If we can reclaim this 1900 to 1910 level, I think it does wonders for the price of gold. But as of now, I think there is going to be a bounce here because of what I'm seeing on the dollar, what I'm also seeing here on the technicals. When we look at silver, very, very important resistance zone. And we've talked about this area many times. If you read some of my work up on Equity Guru, this support zone at $22 has been held since 2020. And we've had 5 bounces at this support zone. But unfortunately, 2 weeks ago, on the week of May 9th, we closed below it. And that got me worried. It got a lot of silver bulls worried, because traditionally a breakdown would mean we're heading back down to $18 per ounce of silver. We got that retest, so we got that move back up, which again, typical breakdown price action. And currently we're at the important stage where we are retesting $22 here. And from here, folks, we either continue that move back down to $18, which again is what you would expect from a breakdown just like this, or if the bulls are strong enough to beat the bears in this battle here, we can get a close back above 22, which basically nullifies this breakdown and gets silver, I would say, in a very good move, right? It gets in a good position. We can easily probably come back to $25. And I would say longer term, we're aiming for $28 here an ounce once more. So where silver is crucial, this $22 zone. So this is actually, believe it or not, the chart that I've been watching the most based out of gold, silver, and Bitcoin here, because you can see the battle is taking place here. This is a daily chart. We've had 5 days of price action just battling in this 22 zone. And, we have to see who wins, the bulls or the bears. If that dollar continues to drop, I'm hoping that the bulls can have a nice case to wrestle control from the bears here. So very crucial zone for silver. And then let's finally talk about Bitcoin. And this one's actually going to be quite an easy one, because you can see what's happening here in like 2 weeks of price action now. I have mentioned that $30,000 zone on that weekly chart. It looked like we were going to close below it, but on the week of May 9th, we did not close below it. So there is still a chance that Bitcoin can develop some sort of bottom here for a move higher. But some people might say this is controversial, but this is just what I see. Bitcoin moves exactly like the stock market. So it is a risk on asset rather than a risk off asset. So if the markets can continue to move a bit higher, I believe Bitcoin can do the same. However, I do admit now there is a few issues, with like Luna, Terra, and the Tether coin or whatnot, right? So those are maybe some fundamental things that people are worried about. And if you're interested in that stuff, I highly recommend you to watch or read Joseph Morton's work. That's on Equity Guru, because he does a good case, or he, provides a good details on what's going on for people that aren't really knowledgeable in that kind of stuff. But in terms of charts and price action, it's easy to say here that this 30,000 zone to 28,000 zone, you're finding very nice support here, and we have for multiple weeks. And really all we need now, folks, is that breakout, right? We just get that breakout above 31,200, and that sets you up for a move back up to 35,000, which, again, has been a big resistance zone. So there's still a lot of resistance, I have to say, between 35,000 to 38,000, there's still a bit of a resistance there as well. But just me, I'm keeping an eye on the stock market. And if you watched my video about the stock market, which came out just previously, I have stated that I do see a bit of a bounce in the stock markets, which I think could see a bit of a bounce here in Bitcoin. But then that weekly level on the equity markets is what is super important, because if that reverses, I do believe, Bitcoin probably does break below 30K on that weekly chart. And then we're looking at levels, at 20,000 and perhaps even less, or, much lower than 20,000 on the charts. But we'll talk about that if we do break 30,000, but I think you guys can sort of spot that on my weekly chart. That's where the next support comes, at 20K. And then I have another support at 12K. So those are your next levels if Bitcoin actually does continue to drop lower as the equity markets do the same. But that's it for me, folks. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed the analysis, and let me know in the comments below if you are bullish on gold, silver, and Bitcoin. All three, maybe one, maybe just the crypto, not the precious metals, or maybe the other way, you only like the precious metals and you're not bullish on Bitcoin. Let me know in the comments below. I'll be sure to read all your comments, and I'll catch you guys all in the next Chart Attack video.